Hey everybody, this is M481777 coming at you live on our first podcast with ReyZizou.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. It's a little late right now, but we're trying to figure this out. Soon we'll be good to go, and hopefully launch day it'll be great. All right, I think that's a good.
So we have a lot to talk about. Definitely what went on this past year, what goals we were able to achieve, and we're also going to talk about the new year to see if we could finally make that FIFA Pro on behalf of ReyZizou.
Yes, I. That's what we're aiming for. There's a couple changes now. As I was telling you earlier, the conversation we had that it looks like there's gonna be a top 200 now. So I guess it's gonna be in a way a little easier to get there. But I feel like since there's a top 200, people are gonna try more to get to that top 200. So it's gonna get more competitive for sure.
Do you think that it lost a little bit of prestigeness on including another 100 pro players, which is from 100 to 200? How do you feel about that?
Yes, I think it kind of did because people talk about top 100. People don't really talk about top 200. But I think it's just the FIFA actually trying to get more people to play it, and that's what it is.
I see. Now, what are the chances of Ray Sisu making the top 100 and the if not the top 200?
Yeah, I mean it. I've never done it. I've been close. But this year I've done a lot of things to help me achieve that. We have a new setup. We have a new PC, and hopefully I could do it. Top 100 definitely would be a goal that every FIFA player has to achieve.
So I did notice a big change. I noticed that last season, you put a lot of your effort and your income into the game, into having players that were worth, into pack opening. Uh, this year, however, I noticed that you invested a lot of money into equipment. Can you tell us why and what the reason is?
Yes, I first of all, yes, this year or I would say last year, I did invest a lot of money. Because it only makes sense to invest at the beginning because the players are worth so much more, and you can make so much coins, and obviously invest in players that you think are gonna be played in the weekend league, and just by doing that, I shouldn't even be saying this because people are gonna they're gonna take advantage of it, but they what they do is they get players that are cheaper, obviously, because the game just came out, and then they save them for weekend league when people want to use these players, just OP players that are they go up to like 60, 70K when people at the beginning of the game could buy them for like 15, 10K. So yeah, I did invest a lot of money, and it kind of didn't go so well because we had a lot of letdowns with like the equipment, like you're saying that this year I did buy more equipment, and that's one of the reasons why, because it was definitely a buzzkill that we couldn't get the stream going like we wanted to, and just too many like obstacles to just stream. Obviously, recording videos was a little easier because they were shorter, and then you could edit them. So for YouTube, we did manage to make a couple of those. But basically, yeah, that's the reason why I got new equipment to make everything easier and better in quality. And I think that would just encourage me to reach that top 100.
Wonderful. So I did notice that you did spend a lot of money towards the beginning of the game, which is smart in a way because it's a strategy that you use. Um, We did have a big pack opening for launch day. We did run into technical difficulties. We had our tech guy out there. Shout out to our tech guy. That video is up for the viewing also, I believe. If not, we'll try to put a link. Um, but I did notice that the game failed you, and it's not an excuse, but I felt that you were playing a broken game where you had a lot of issues. Can you tell us what were some of the issues that you ran into and why you couldn't achieve that pro status that you're looking for and that you desire?
Yes. So early on in the year, I believe. No, I think it was a couple months after the game came out. I did manage to qualify for the LAFC tournament. Now they were looking for a FIFA designated player that represents LAFC in tournaments. So I did manage to qualify for that, which many you were able to actually I think there were like 5 or 6 different chances. So if you failed once, you were able to
Get up
do
and
it.
fight again.
Yeah, you were able to do it again. So I did it on the first try, and I did it on the last day. So it kind of gave me that pressure to where this is it. It's do or die. Um, yeah. So then I did that. I saw the games a little. The connection was okay. Just we could only use LAFC the team, and that kind of brings like that's like when you see the real skill of a player, because it's a little hard to play with players that are not like
Agile, talented, skillful.
skillful, exactly. So
Right.
that's where passing becomes very important to your game, to your vision becomes important when you shoot, how to defend and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's that. And sorry, what was it? You had another question?
Right. And what was the reason how the game failed you and how why was the reason that you didn't make pro?
So I feel like you said, there's no excuses, but I feel like the game failed me because it is a broken game, and there's so many videos of people, pro gamers. Actually, the guy that said that he said right before he started playing, he said, "This game is broken. I don't even play this anymore, but I'm here and I'm here to compete." And he actually won the tournament, so that says a lot. And I know EA heard that, so I hope they make a lot of changes. But yes, the game is very broken. I feel like there's a lot of delay. I've heard also that there's two servers that you run on, that one is better than the other. So it kind of like predetermines which one you go into, so you don't really control that. And also, I think one of the biggest issue of it is the gameplay. It's not what it they try to make it more realistic by making it slower, more tactical. But I think that just creates more bugs in the game, where um you can't really feel that you're in control of the player, where a lot of things get animated, where you're like, why did he do that? I didn't want to do that.
I see. Now, touching back that tournament, it was very special because not a lot of people qualified for it. I know that there was a sudden death playoff to make it into a final, and I guess everyone that played a mini tournament and won that final got invited to go compete at LAFC Stadium, which, if
Correct.
many of you don't know, it's a MLS soccer team in Los Angeles, and
That's right. Heart of LA.
every team in the MLS had a FIFA Pro representing them. So how
Correct.
many players are we talking about? How many teams are in the MLS?
Right now it looks like it's about 22, somewhere around there.
Okay.
But yeah, like about 22 more are being added. I think Austin is having another team, which is crazy. I think I'm pretty sure they're gonna be the second team. I mean, sorry, the second state to have three teams because California has three: San Jose, LA Galaxy, and LAFC.
Right. So going back to that, so you were set up into group stages, and
Yes.
what was it? Four players per group.
No, so this was okay, so going back to the actual qualification. So this was
The format.
yeah, so the actual qualification was done from home. It was done online. And it was done through a bracket of I think some were less than others, but most brackets were done of I believe 32 players. I remember that the first one people were talking about that the bracket was like 65, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, so there were single elimination. If you lose, that's it, you're done. And I managed to win obviously I managed to win all of them, but I remember that the hardest one was probably my the semifinal where where I was up. See, that's where I kind of felt the game messing with me in a way because I was up 3-1 and all of a sudden uh it felt like I couldn't play the game. I couldn't control, I couldn't pass, I couldn't shoot, I couldn't defend. It was like the game
FIFA
just
scripting.
yeah, that's the
Hmm.
yeah, that's a big subject right there. The scripting on
Right.
FIFA,
That's like the Bigfoot existing or not, right?
yeah. Is it a
Huh.
myth or yeah.
Right. Do aliens exist? That's what it.
Yes. So
Uh,
yeah, I mean so I managed to do that and then I got to the final. I believe I won it like 4-1. I actually the guy was streaming it and I actually went there and I told him good game and he was cool about it. He was very excited. He wanted to he wished he would have joined that tournament. He was a little bit bummed down, so I kind of felt for him too, but at the end of the
right.
day, you got to win, with all means.
So going to the tournament, you were dealt a very very difficult group because I saw all the matches, and your group was el grupo de la muerte. Um,
Yes.
I don't even think you lost the game.
Yeah, I did lose a game.
Did you?
Yeah, so I actually I did everything you could do in the tournament. I lost, I won, and I tied.
And that wasn't enough, right?
That wasn't enough. Yeah, 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 exactly. I lose one time and I still didn't qualify. That tells you how tough that group was. Where I only lost once, and yeah, I think I got third place, right, and I tied with second. Actually,
Right.
second, third, and fourth had the same points, and I just
Diferencia
uh
de goles.
yes, goal difference. Yeah, so that was a little hard. Um, that was a little hard for me because I put a lot of effort. I felt that one. That probably
That
was
hurt.
yeah, that did hurt because I really tried. It's but it gets you into that um like that vision or the point of view of actually competing where it matters, like it matters for something.
But honestly, I felt that you didn't bring your A game because I watched you play, and I know you play a lot better. Uh, It was very unfortunate. I um I know you tried. I know it was difficult. Um, I was very proud of you to make it to that tournament and compete at a level where it's different. First time you competed in a tournament like that. I felt that if you were dealt that group again, you would come out on top. That's just how I honestly felt about that. It did hurt because we could have moved on to the other stage, but you shouldn't kick yourself too much on that because you got there and you played and that day is what you had, and unfortunately it wasn't enough to make us to put you through. But I feel that if that tournament was played again, there is no way that you're staying in the group stages. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I felt like most of the time when I was playing, I did feel that pressure where like it wasn't like when I played my friends or my buddies, I felt real competition. The competition was there. It showed up. I would say 80% of the players there play hours on the daily FIFA.
I
So
would have
I
got my ass kicked.
No, I mean you're pretty good defensively, and the only thing you lack is a little bit, it's the skill moves, but fundamentals is very important in this game.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I did feel like it's not that I didn't bring my A game. It's that maybe they did play better than me at times where I couldn't kind of overcome that, where I just kind of, every time I played someone they were like, dang, you're great defensively. So that always is a big part of my game. But sometimes maybe even you tell me like you're so attackive that you forget about the possession and you don't really build up. Like the way you play, you get in their face real quick, and then maybe when I lose the ball I'm vulnerable to counterattacks.
Right.
So
Which you
that's
defend well also.
yeah, I mean, I remember, I don't know if you remember, but I remember I gave up the ball at the back, and it was like a 3-on-1, and I managed to defend that. It was a big mistake on my part. I gave it away. The guy read the play, and then it kind of left me with one center back against three players. But I kind of, man, that's what I do. Like I put myself in those situations, not at that point, but in other times, I try to really try at those points, because that doing that, it came through in this point because they didn't score on that play.
Right. And I seen you do that countless of times in our pro clubs.
Right, when you think it's a go, and then I just come like you're like, wow.
Right. Exactly. Um they fed us well, right?
Yeah, no, everything was good, bro. Everything about it. Everybody was friendly. Everything organized well. There was communication.
Right.
There were even the way they treat other people that weren't in the tournament. It was good. It was good. I mean, I did feel like it was an actual more than that. Like a real competition. And if you would think about it, you got the 32 best FIFA gamers in
In
under
LA.
one roof. Yeah,
Yeah,
and exactly at
I
that
agree.
point.
And they did give you a price bag, right?
Yeah, it came with
Goodie
a
bag.
hat and some other things, and yeah, in the
Right.
bag. It was good, bro.
Right.
It was
It was
good.
a taste
It was.
of what's to come, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. Like I said, there's no excuses, but at that point, it was on the PlayStation, and I don't really play PlayStation. I can't say that now, like today, but last year, yeah, I didn't play as much as I do now. Where I still
It's a
do
different
not.
feeling. It's a
It
different
is.
feeling.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a big guy, so my hands are pretty big, and I cannot deal with having the two joysticks in the middle. There's no space. I don't like they touch. That's awful.
So for those out there that don't know how big you are, how tall are you? Without
Um,
the Timberlands.
without the tin,
That's my trick.
right? Yeah. I'm like between 6'2" and 6'3",
Yeah.
just about,
You're
and.
taller than most people from certain places of the world already. I don't want to
Yeah.
say names because I don't want to
Uh,
offend anyone.
right. I'm probably, yeah. Exactly.
But you're taller than me, and I'm a
Right.
Mayan. I'm
Yeah.
taller than my brother-in-law, who's an Inca. That's
Yeah.
just crazy talk. Um, yeah, we stayed just so we after the tournament was over, we stayed. And after all the lights were turned off, we stayed because we wanted to get that feeling, let that feeling sink in and know how it feels to be hurt, know how it feels. So next time, that feeling will power you through it because you don't want to feel that again. So we stayed till the lights went out. Did we or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, we did. We did.
And funny story, and it's a true story. We still came home to M4A1's home, and we got on Cafe Casino, and we actually hit a jackpot.
Yeah.
That was that night that we hit a pretty big jackpot, and we have screenshots uh,
Yeah, we do.
that night. So we didn't really end up losing too much, but we did lose, and
Yeah.
we did win.
And we did. I would have preferred a championship, instead of that jackpot, to be
And I
honest.
did ask you that, right? If you had an
Yeah.
opportunity to choose, what would you choose?
Yeah,
So a
for
lot
sure.
of people don't understand who Ash Ketchum is. He's his whole thing, his whole goal was to be a Pokemon master. And how long did it take him? Like 20 years to be that Pokemon master?
Yeah, something
He
like that.
he never aged, but he became that Pokemon master, right?
Yeah.
So you need to be that pro, and it doesn't matter how long it
How long
takes,
it takes. Yeah.
but you're gonna have a strong team behind you that's gonna support you. And I invite anyone out there that's listening to go to just hashtag Life is Football 94, and you're gonna find us there and show your support. You know, we're people just like you, and this is new to us. This is what our second year. We already threw out some clothing line. We
Yeah.
threw out our Twitch. I know our Twitch. We could have kept going with it, but we did hit a few bugs in the game where even your mental health was at risk. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was very stressful, playing this game and not being able to get nothing out of it really, but anger and stress. This game needs to be more fun, and FIFA tries to get people to like this game through card animations. When you see that pack, some people prefer to see a Messi than to actually reach top 100. It's an addictive. It's addicting.
And they're getting sued for that. It's considered gambling,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they
some places, yeah.
yeah, UK. I'm not sure. Not UK. Some places already banned Ultimate Team
Really.
for that reason. Um, there's a lawsuit out here already in California. I know France also had a lawsuit. Uh, and the game makes way more money on these. What are they called? Where they sell all these digital. items. Um, it's a word for it. It just didn't come to me now.
The
Uh,
store, or what do you mean?
well, everybody's doing it now. Call of Duty, if you want to buy a certain weapon, you have to pay for it, or certain loot, you have to pay for. Uh,
Oh yeah.
like the
Uh,
DLCs and all that.
yeah. Yeah. I forgot what it's called.
Right. So, and that's what they're trying to stop because a lot of people are spending a lot of money with trying to open and achieve a good player. And I know we made that mistake in the past.
Yeah. I mean, it. Like I told you, it makes sense to invest at the beginning, but I just feel like everything that happened, I couldn't continue with actually competing. So I actually stopped playing. I don't even remember, but after a while, I just stopped playing because
It
it's
did
it's very stressful to play 30 games fully concentrated
on a weekend only.
and on the weekend only. Yeah,
That's brutal. And the
yeah.
rewards were awful, right?
I don't remember a good reward.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, the
What, what,
Messi was probably the best one I got, but I paid for that basically.
yeah. What was the highest ranking that you got in on the weekend league?
Um, I believe it was either Elite 3 or Gold 1.
And that's like right behind the 100s,
Um,
close to it.
not really close, that close to it. I believe well, top 100, I think you could only lose twice. And even if you lose twice and depending on how you lost those, like cuz every game is a point, yeah, you get points for it. So even if you lost twice, you still wouldn't get top 100. I believe PlayStation at one point, people even that lost once wouldn't get top 100.
That is brutal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 30
It,
games
and
without.
let me expose some people out there, some pro gamers that are very, very famous Twitch and FIFA players. So they had a personal Discord, and they would know who they can play, and the odds of them beating them. That's who they would match with. So, for example, if they were matching with ReyZizou and someone else played them, they would let that pro player know, hey, don't play this guy. This guy can beat you. So they would avoid him in the match. And I know that happened to you.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So wait, say that again, one more time.
Can you tell us about that? When they were, how that operation went down? Do you remember that whole cheating exposure? People got banned.
Well, they were doing it through different ways. They were
Discord.
Yeah, but I think they what they ultimately did was they try to snipe people. That's what it's called. I think it's called stream sniping someone, where somebody's looking for a game and they sent out someone obviously that's very good at the game, so that person could not win or have a difficult game winning, if they were close to top 100.
That's tough. Do you feel you were a victim of that?
Yeah, sometimes I did feel I mean, it's tough because I feel like a lot of games that I played, and then I mean, it's really not to put any excuses, but there's very few people out there that have dominated me completely. A lot of the times that I play is either delay or it's the scripting of the game. I mean, I hate to say it, but As much as I love this game, it's the truth. Like everybody says, is there's scripting in this game, and if FIFA would admit it, I don't think so because it kind of defeats the purpose of making the ultimate team. That's what it is.
So now that you're touching the ultimate team, you had a very good team. What percentage of players that you were playing on the weekend league do you feel that had a better team than you did? And did it make a difference?
Um, yeah, I did have very good players. Obviously, yeah, people that had players like the ones I had, they weren't so many, very few. Um, did they make a difference? In general, they did, but they would have a lot of flaws too, where I feel like sometimes my icons they would get bullied a lot and they would get no calls.
Or they'll just
They
stand around looking at the sky?
they'll just stand there, see what's going on, and then react all late or not even react. Like it's just so many things that when I see these gamers play, like I see nothing compared to what a regular match is. Like it's all like it feels like it's all like scripted, bro. Like it's so perfect. Like come on, that's not how a real game is. It's crazy to see it how these guys play.
And FIFA turns a blind eye to that, right? Like they allow it if it's bringing in publicity, and these guys are well-known Twitchers and they sponsor them. They just allow it, right? What do you
I
think?
I yes, I feel like they take care of it. Obviously, yes, I feel like they take care of the people that are definitely at the top,
The elites,
the elites. Yeah, I just feel like
Castro.
I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like sometimes this game doesn't really rely on what you could do because it's just so much controlled by the actual the FIFA, I guess scripting you would say. Like you can't
Algorithm, right?
yeah, yeah, like you can't fully like momentum is based on nothing. Like you could control the whole game with
Mm.
possession and everything. You can control the whole game, but no matter what, FIFA's gonna try to make you lose. They're
There's
gonna.
videos out there that prove it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People have so
Tons of
much
them.
footage. Yeah.
So now, can you give us a ball figure without including equipment? How much money did you spend on trying to pack players on pack openings? From the beginning of the game, I know you got turned off by the game. It affected you somewhat mentally. I know it put you in a bad mood. Uh, it was very heartbreaking. And then you started playing again. So from that time, how much money, real money, would you say you've invested in FIFA 20?
Just from the start of the game, the first day, about 1,100 was invested.
The first day,
First 2 days, I think. Yeah, first 2 days. Then I think we waited a bit for promos.
which took a
Uh,
while.
took a while. Yeah.
That's how they do it.
So I think between promos and Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Christmas packs and the team of the. Oh, actually, I didn't open none for the team of the year. So I think that this year I spent a lot at once. Where in
Lump
other
sum.
where in other years I spent about this maybe less, but throughout the whole year. So this year I probably spent, like you say, ballpark, give or take, maybe about, I would say almost 4K.
That's 4 racks, $4,000. Virtual,
Yes.
virtual money being spent.
Virtual money where like you really, I mean you can, but people don't go back and play FIFA, other game. I mean play FIFA, past FIFAs to try to compete. And I think that's where FIFA does that really good when it makes people buy a new game, buy a new game, buy a new game.
It's just repackaged over and over. Look
Yeah.
at pro clubs.
Yeah, pro clubs haven't had a change in so long. I don't know if this year they will, and they're saying that they're gonna have some sort of like a weekend league on pro clubs where you qualify, and then there's like a top 100 for the week, which should be nice to play.
So going back to the $4,000 figure, if you had an opportunity with the same results to do it all over again, would you do it all over again
You said if I had the opportunity to do with the same results, that
with the
same,
same results?
would I do it again?
Yes.
I mean, I have for the last maybe 7 years. So maybe not 4K every year, but um,
What's
yeah,
gonna change in FIFA 21?
it's tough that you tell me that or ask me that because they say that possibly this could be the worst FIFA yet. Yeah, and because how COVID-19 has hit us hard, and there's just gonna be less people working on the game. I've
Right.
told you that. Remember, I told you that before they used to have 24-hour help, and now they don't.
Right.
So that all that is gonna be definitely inflicted in towards the FIFA that comes out. That's gonna come out soon, but the world is it. I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't know, man. Just so many things are happening where FIFA's probably not the most important thing right now, but we're trying to make the best of it.
So, do you have an idea? Do you have a budget for FIFA 21?
That's a good question.
It's coming up. I
um,
think October 1st, or right? The
no, October like the 7th or the 8th. They
oh shit
say it's gonna drop, but it should get pushed back or maybe
again.
sooner. Probably not. Yeah, probably won't get pushed back. Maybe a little sooner is what I try to say.
Oh,
Um, but I feel like so when they give you that date, I think that date is the actual date that the world gets it. When if you're, I believe I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the U.S. does have it 3 days earlier the whole game, but you know how the people get the EA access and
EA
then
access,
they're
web
able
app.
web app and they're able to
Right.
do that. But I do believe that the US gets it for 3 days um before, and we get it at 9 o'clock, so it's Eastern time. We get it through the well, I've been getting it through the download through the store, through the Xbox stores for like
Which you start earning to get the upper hand already, right?
correct. Yes, yes. So I believe now, I don't know if you heard, but I seen it where now you pay for so the EA access is $5 a month. And I believe if you want to buy it for the year is 30. But now they have a better one where they basically let you play the game as long as you want until the game is fully out. So it's I believe it's like $10 more.
And
So
before it was certain hours that they would let you
only
play of the game,
only
right?
10 hours, yeah.
You had to make the most out of those 10 hours, huh?
So I think they found out the glitch. I'm pretty sure I've told you about the. Now it's not really a glitch,
Right. People had
but
caught on to it, right?
yeah, where you kind of make an account and you kind of like, so you make an account, a new account, and you upload a profile with it
Are
or a
you
game.
sure you want to spill the beans?
Yeah, people could do it. So what?
Let them research it.
Okay.
So did you answer the question? I don't think you answered the question. The budget for FIFA 21.
No, I didn't answer the question. So I do believe that packs should be created and not so much bought.
Tell
And I
that to FIFA, to EA. Tell that
right.
to the chairman of the board.
So yeah, I mean, I think that EA has one. I mean, we're going off the subject again, but I'm gonna say it real
This
quick.
guy doesn't want to answer the question.
So I think FIFA has made so much money where like they want to give back, but at the same time they're like they gave out so many. I've never seen so many promos out in 1 year. Before it was like only like I don't know if you remember, but 5 years ago it was only like Halloween, freaking St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, and the what is it called, the Chinese New Year,
Right.
and that was it, bro. That was
They got
it.
creative.
But now, like now, you see a Ramos, a Sergio Ramos striker card. Like, come on, man,
Yeah,
that's outrageous.
it
But going
is.
back to the budget, yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like packs should be created more than bought, and I think you agree with me there. And what I'm trying to say is, the SBC packs are there to be made. I know they're brutal, and you suffered with that, right?
And this year, I'm committed to play on your account offline to help you get a lot of those SBCs. I'm not
Yes,
even going to play on my account this year, only pro clubs.
there you go. Which is another thing we're trying to bring in too, to the channel, pro clubs.
We're going to be streaming a lot of games through pro clubs. And people need to understand that when we stream like that, it does create lag on our gameplay. Even
Yeah,
if we have good quality internet speed, uh, good modem. It's just not even us. It's the game, the servers.
yeah,
So
it really is the game. But I have this beast right here that's gonna help me stream and do all that good
right.
stuff.
And another topic of another podcast is going to be the equipment that you assembled with the help of one of your pro mates, your pro players. Shout out to Churro for helping us out.
Yes, shout out to Churro. He basically put this PC together for me, and
Mad scientist.
yeah, it was tough. He helped me out a lot. I can't thank him enough. And yeah,
But we'll go into detail of every part that you used and what it took and your setup.
yeah.
But you still haven't answered the question. Give me a number. Throw a number at me, ReyZizou.
10K.
Okay. So we need fundraisers.
Right. No, that like I said, that's what I'm saying. I definitely wanna open less packs, bot
Earn
packs.
more, right? Earn
Yeah,
it. Okay.
so in my in like, so this is how I feel, and then maybe this should be the way where like I open up um the first day of FIFA and I don't open up until another like that, and I think that's kind of how we did it. But those promos are very important at the beginning because there's no packs out there like that. There's really, unless, and I this is my plan. So back to the number that you want so bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend more than throughout the year. I mean, it's gonna be tough because this year I actually want to play it throughout the whole year, and obviously
No
people.
matter what, no matter the game fails you, which you already know is going to probably be the worst game ever, you're
Yeah,
not gonna.
I need to figure it out. I mean,
Exactly.
I need to figure it out. There's no excuses. And then I feel like also when I'm playing, sometimes I feel in a way alone. So it obviously you kind of get more like concentrated in the game, but maybe that's not what I need. Maybe I need to be interactive with people so that time cannot be so stressful and I could actually play better. Which I've told you before, is so sad when I'm here stuck on the screen and I'm freaking with my whole face literally on the screen in my
I've been there
chair
next to you.
in my chair and I'm trying to play this game and I just cannot make a pass. I cannot make a cross. I cannot make a tackle. But then again, why is it other times I'm laying back and I'm just chilling and I'm pressing these buttons and everything goes my way, everything goes through, all the shots go in. That just tells you that this game doesn't allow you to fully feel like you control the
You
outcome.
don't. You don't control it, and that's what bugs you the most. I feel that you
Oh
think you
yes,
can. It's an emulation that you feel you can control something that you really don't, and it's really not even based on the skill that you have, and that's what
exactly,
sucks about it.
exactly. Yes, that's that I'm not in control when I feel like uh I'm 100 times better than what you see on the screen.
Right. Because you have the mind of not just a soccer player. You have the mind from the owner of the team to the freaking ball boy. And on the pitch, your favorite player is Zidane. So that tells you that you're a maestro, a teacher. You see the game from a coach's eyes.
Yes.
So you have the fundamentals. You see the plays before they even develop. You have that vision. And for you not to be able to execute it the way you thought it in your mind is what bugs you.
Yes, that's definitely what bugs me the most. Not being able to, yes, not seeing the play, seeing what I'm gonna do next, but not executing when I'm pressing the right button. So why is it not doing that? Why?
Right. It gives the pass to the other guy instead of the guy right next to you.
Yes,
So
exactly.
much. And there were a lot of patches in FIFA 20. Oh my goodness. So many
Yeah,
patches to
very yeah.
fix a broken game.
Yeah. Where yeah, and it would be so funny where something was broken for so long and and then you see the update and you see like, oh, the menu has been updated where you can now see this. Like nobody wants to
But
know about that. People want to
no.
know about the actual gameplay.
Yes, but look, but this is where they go with the hypocrisy. Where, okay, there was a glitch. Remember, if you quick sold a player that was given to you that had no value, and if you quick sold it and recovered it, you were able to list it on the market. So that was a
Yeah,
big glitch, and people couldn't keep their mouth shut. So what did EA do? They patched it right away.
right away. Yeah. They
But
did.
but but the gameplay that's crappy, they'll just let it go on forever without patching it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
they're losing
exactly.
money, they're patching it.
They're patching it right away. Yeah.
And that's what sucks about it. And and if you look at the Better Business Bureau, EA, and look at their rating, I'll leave that as homework. and we're getting ready to wrap up because we're on it for 50 minutes and we can go on forever. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
the purpose of this podcast. So you guys understand and know and ask us questions. We just talk, even if just one person listening to it. And if it helps them, so be it. We're here to help. Um, so before we wrap it up, I want to ask you one more question. Actually, it might be two in one.
Okay.
Uh, Turning the page over, you, I'm pretty sure that once FIFA 21 is out, you won't play FIFA 20 ever again. Um, how much money are you leaving behind on FIFA 20? And what are you gonna do with those players that you've accumulated and you won and you bought? How do you gas that up?
Yes. Um. I'm pretty much over that. I mean, I've done that before. Throughout FIFA's, where you build up a good team, a great team, so much money spent, and and you just leave it behind like that, never to be played again. Um, I don't know. I just like FIFA so much. It's more, and it's crazy though because the way I got so into FIFA, I've always played FIFA since I was small, but I was never really as good as I got, or as good as I am now, or 2 3 years ago is where I picked up my game. But the reason why I got so good at this game, I had a big injury playing soccer where I couldn't do
Real life
nothing.
soccer.
Yeah, where I couldn't do nothing but lay in bed. So all I did was play this game and I mastered it and I did everything I could to be better. And yeah, I mean all my friends, not to bring anybody down, but I really don't know anybody that could beat me on a 2 out of 3, But yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, bro. And can you repeat the second question?
So, no, I think you summed it up. I'd like to thank you for taking the time. I know you had a busy day, crazy day, and answering these questions and being sincere and opening your heart to the community and let them know how you feel and how you felt and putting your goals out there. I'd like to personally thank. I like to thank everyone out there that's listening. Uh, Even the critics, our teammates, they're very supportive. We have a Discord that you guys can hit us up about. Whenever we were twitching, they were always tuning in. So we're very grateful for that. And we do have some clothing coming out that it's going to be special edition to the ones from day one. So that's something that we're gonna reveal later on as time goes by. But
Yeah, we could say a little something right now.
yeah, yeah, go ahead. We have about maybe 4 minutes, 6 minutes left. So go
Okay,
ahead.
just real quick. Yes, we're looking to make the first 100 pieces. And obviously those pieces are gonna have numbers on it. We're still thinking where, but I think the idea is to get 0 to 99, and everybody that gets one will have that number, and you will basically be part of that first 100. It's gonna be our own brand. It's gonna be our own style of uniform. So soon we'll have the actual colors we want to put into it, and stuff like that.
So that's just a little treat on what's coming. We obviously are very grateful for all of you guys that been there since day one. And it's a long list where if I start shouting out names, I have to do everything, and I'm gonna forget somebody, and then they're gonna come at me and why didn't you name me? So I'd rather just say
I
to
I can
Yao.
I could put it. I could put myself in a pot. I could say some names.
Go ahead,
So
you say it.
so so if if someone's to blame, they could blame ReyZizou.
ReyZizou.
So I wanna thank Cynthia Garcia. I wanna thank Pee Wee. I wanna thank Ike Jones. That's the Pro Clubs crew. Here at home, Leslie Melgar. She's helped me a lot. She did a lot on
Check out her
our
channel.
launch day. Yeah, she has a channel. Yeah, let me see if I could pull it out.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, she's very funny, very loud, huh?
Very loud, down to earth, real legit,
She doesn't
athletic.
need a mic.
She doesn't need a mic. She'll light a room up with her smile.
Yeah, her
Shh.
so her channel is Leslie Belen, and that's double N at the end. Um, yeah, and just thank you everybody for supporting. I think the support has gone a lot. I think it has helped me a bit where
We
I
feel the love.
I we do. I've even though the circle's small, but I do feel the love. I do feel the love.
It's great. And just keep in mind while you guys are out there enjoying the world, Ray Sisu is in front of a screen trying to be that pro for you guys. So you guys can also be a part of this and enjoy it with us. It's not just for us, it's for all of you guys.
Yes, and follow us on all social media. It's Life is Football 94, Lift 94. Um, just follow us, and we don't have a lot of followership right now, but it's surely gonna increase. I want to get out there and talk to people. So if you take the date of today of this podcast, and then a month later, you could see how many more followers we have. Because I have talked to Danny that it's gonna be my personal goal to get this to 1,000
And
in
for a
all.
one is my name, Danny's my nickname.
Yes, and I wanna have a goal where I have all social media over 1,000 by the end of the year.
It's doable. Very doable. And we need your help. So if you have a brother or sister, follow us. Hit a like. Who knows?
Yeah,
Hit
yeah.
a
I
like.
mean, we'll,
It'll
we'll
help.
appreciate it. We'll have giveaways. We'll have giveaways. And yeah, I mean, we're trying to do something special here, and I just hope that you're a part of it.
And together we grow. So thank you guys. M481777 checks out.
ReyZizou out.